All right, my college experience. My name is Samuel Boggs. I'm majoring right now in secondary education in history and social studies. My graduation date is in the fall of 2022. The school I attended, I actually started at Long Beach City College. I started at a community college out of state from Arizona. I eventually transferred here to Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. I went from community college to university. The thought actually never occurred to me until I was well into high school. I just didn't think of it as an option really when I was younger. It never came to mind, but at a certain point in time, I felt like it was really the only option to proceed with, the only way to proceed. So a lot of what I heard when I was younger about life after high school, life post-secondary education was that jobs are often very competitive. They're hard to get into. With that being said, I was looking for something stable, something secure, but also at the same time not going through a kind of routine, doing the same thing every day, week by week. With that, along with certain mentors that I had, this led me to the idea of wanting to teach. Hence, my major is secondary education for history, right? By the time I graduate, I should have a certificate in teaching in the middle schools, in the high schools, things like that. So the idea of why I wanted to do that, the idea of seeing hundreds of faces every day with all kinds of different backgrounds to share really just reeled me in from the start. I knew this was the path I wanted to take towards the end of my high school career, because of some select few adults. While history as well, just in general, has always been my favorite subject, and I wanted to study into that further. My father, he had a bachelor's degree. He went to college after high school. My mom, on the other hand, she did not. She waited for a little while. She attended nursing school at a community college, and this didn't happen actually until I was in high school as well. So we were kind of both on the grind a little bit. Right now, at this point, she's a registered nurse. My father, he got his degree in business management eventually. Yeah, as mentioned before, just briefly, I had teachers that made classes fun. They made things in a way that I looked forward to. I had sports coaches as well. They fostered my growth both in the sport and out. And then same thing with the teachers. They made things fun. They cared about my growth both academically and just as a person. So in the classroom and out as well. Barriers or just any unfortunate events that'll come at any point in time, at any point in your life, and this could be very unpredictable. It could be at a very inconvenient time when things are already stressful as it is. So with that being said, yeah, of course, I absolutely did face barriers. I dealt with things like family issues from middle school leading into high school, and then just stress with time management as well. Just being a natural procrastinator that really set me back at times. It led to a lot of late nights doing homework when it could have been done earlier. I enjoyed a lot of the activities that the university had to offer outside of just classes. There were so many options that it could really suit anyone if you look hard enough, though. That was the catch. With your college experience, you get what you put into it. You have to go look for it. You have to be proactive in that facet so that you can have a good experience. I did a lot of things with the recreational program here at the school. They would do things like just one-day hikes. I participated in a lot of intramural sports. They held some de-stress events leading into finals week. So this would involve they had a lot of stations, including these big old squishy balls you can just take to keep. They had even things like puppies. They had puppies. They had a station for that where you can just go and make a quick little friend. I thought that was really funny. That was really cool to do. And even this is all just not even being in a club, right? This is just excluding any kind of extracurricular activities. There's so many other things like the homecoming carnival that's on campus. It's totally free to enter. All you really have to do is just show your ID. They do things like concerts on welcome week, on the first week of enrollment of school. And there's even something like a roller disco. That's something I participated in at one point. That was awesome, super awesome to do. Me personally, I think the first year and the last year are going to be the most difficult. So, year one, that's going to be a transition to living on your own for the first time while attending classes as well. So, this can be a new environment, something that can be pretty intimidating right off the bat. Year four, um, at this point in year four, this is when you're taking classes only based on your major alone. At a certain point, you're likely to put a certain amount of hours into your field of profession itself. This could be in the form of student teaching in the school or even some kind of internship that's required before you graduate, some kind of field professional hours that you have to put in as a part of your degree. So these years, of course, these years are very different from each other. Year one is typically surrounded around taking general education classes. So this is things like taking an English class, a science class, a math class, similar to, I guess, high school. Um, you're also meeting so many new people in a new environment. This could definitely be overwhelming in certain cases. And then your last year, as mentioned before, this would involve doing something directly related to your profession, most likely. My final semester, personally, has been student teaching in my field. So right now, I'm full time in a high school. I teach a world history class, and then I have to do that for a whole semester, full time, 5 days a week, and then I graduate. The professors and advisors I had during my college experience, they were very important for me to genuinely just enjoy my process, enjoy my time here, my college experience. Classes were difficult, of course. They were very difficult at times, but also they were something I looked forward to attending because you genuinely do learn a lot from professors, from your classmates as well. As mentioned before, my career path required me to spend time in secondary education classes in middle schools and high schools, with my final semester putting me directly into that profession. I've spent all my time during this fall semester student teaching. This consists of nearly everything that a full-time teacher works with. So that includes teaching classes 5 days a week. This includes lesson planning, attending parent meetings, grading as well. These are all things that I'm doing that's required of me to graduate.